became a doctor because I wanted to make a difference. I originally started off as an accountant and had an accounting degree undergrad. Started doing that and was just truly bored by the job. A great career, but it just wasn't for me. I went and I actually volunteered in an emergency room at Mass General Hospital in Boston, and actually liked that better than my real job, even though I didn't get paid. And to see the chaos of an emergency room at Mass General, I was like, this is what I'm going to do.
I would say my biggest influence has been both of my parents. My dad is a traditional internal medicine physician, so he did the outpatient practice and rounded and saw his patients on the inpatient side when they were in the hospital. He worked very long hours, so I remember that very clearly growing up and seeing him come home completely exhausted. But at the same time, through that exhaustion, just feeling a total sense of fulfillment. So that has really always stuck with me. I feel the same, that I feel like my father did, that it gives me a great sense of pride just being able to take care of patients and fixing them. And I feel honored that they come to us with such personal issues, with such serious issues, that they trust us with that kind of care. So that we can provide our expertise and do it in such a caring way that they continue to trust us and continue to come back when they need it. That is something that makes me feel good about my job every day.
I guess I always wanted to be a doctor, and you kind of forget some of that stuff, but I got out of high school, started doing the summer job, and then I got married and I started having kids and ended up in Fort Worth working in construction for 10 years before I went back to school. And one day I went to the counselor at the local junior college and said, look, I've always wanted to be a doctor, but I've got 2 kids, I work in construction, I have a family to take care of. How do I get from being a construction worker to being a doctor? And his suggestion was to look into nursing. He said, why don't you do the 2-year associate's degree in nursing, and you could work as a nurse while you're going to medical school. And I thought, man, that's a good idea. So I did that. And so I was a nurse for 10 years before I went back to medical school in 2003. So I went to medical school finally at the age of 40.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to stop being a doctor. And if you think about it, we train so long and so hard to be able to practice and provide direct patient care. And the interesting thing about that is there's few people that can say, people come in fearing that their life is in danger. And they put all of their faith and all their hope in you as a provider. And I'll tell you, I love that interaction, which is me just talking with a patient and going, you know what, everything's going to be okay. And there's that piece of it, but then there's also every once in a while, you literally save somebody's life. And there's not too many people in the world that can say, I trained 12 years and I can save somebody's life.